Hello, so today I want to tell you about the cultural differences that we have in most African countries compared to what you have in Europe, America, Asia, and so on and so forth. So, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, make sure you subscribe, and if you're watching this video, make sure you like, you comment, yes, and you share this video. So I want to tell you about the parenting, some of the parenting cultures that we do here, that we practice here in Africa. Now that I'm a parent, I can also tell you some of the things. So I'm gonna start by disciplining children. Back here in Uganda and most African countries, caning children is a mandatory, as in disciplining them with strokes of cane, with maybe sandals. You could even use your hands. You could get a stick and discipline this child if they have done something that is not good. Something that is not good. For example, if a child abuses you, a parent, if a child abuses an adult, if a child is fond of abusing people, that child can be disciplined by caning them if they don't listen. And most of the times we don't even wait for the times to multiply. No, you discipline immediately. And what I've come to learn in Europe, America, it is not allowed to discipline a child like caning them. It is not allowed. But back here in Africa, you do a mistake. We've all grown up being caned. Man, I was caned. We were caned for performing poorly in school. We were caned for being disobedient. We were caned for stealing anything. We were caned. Me and my brothers were caned. I think every child has been caned in Uganda and most African countries. We have all been caned. If you've not been caned at home, you have been caned in school. Now back here, as a child, you're not allowed to talk back to your elders. If your elder is talking, you're not supposed to talk back. It is today that things are kind of changing. Like this generation, we don't know how to parent, or we are doing parenting wrongly. Like children can talk back, but really, it is not allowed. It is so wrong for a child to talk back to a parent. Actually, your parent can disown you for talking back. I remember when I was, even for refusing to be punished, your parents can disown you. I remember when I was in school, that was Form 2, secondary school, high school. I was in Form 2, then, no, Form 1 actually. I had done something wrong at school, teenage, adolescent age, so it was disturbing me. So they called my dad, because I refused to serve the punishment that I was given. I was supposed to mop like the school verandas, classroom verandas. So they called my dad. When my dad came, my dad is very tough. If he lays his hand on you, so what I did, I refused to be caned. He wanted to cane me at school in the headmaster's office. I refused to be caned. My dad was so angry at me that he refused to pay my tuition. From there on, my mom took over. Like she started paying the tuition. So that is how things can be in some homes. Not all parents don't do that. But because I disobeyed my dad, his anger, and yes, I later on I realized I did wrong. So he refused to pay my tuition up to like some good number of days. I think until I finished Form 6 No, he must have paid when I went to A-level. He must have paid. I don't know, he must have paid. Not sure. So that is how bad it is, like disobeying your parents when it comes when it comes to the African culture, it is so bad to disrespect your parents, to disobey them, to talk back. It is a crime. It is an abomination. Back here in Africa, we usually have very, very big families, aunties, uncles, cousins. The family is very big. Whereas your families are kind of small, very few families are big. Here, most families are big. So, just in case you want to like take your child somewhere, then you go do some things, you go and figure out your life, you can always take your child to or your grandparents or your auntie or your uncle or someone you're close to. But what I've seen like there, and most videos I've seen and movies, your children are given to foster families, like they are fostered in a certain home. Certain people take care of them. You have a system that does that, but we don't have that system here. So here, most likely, if your children does not go in a baby home, an NGO, if you have no relatives to take your children to, that children may become a street child, may end up on the streets, God forbid, but it happens a lot. Like, we don't have that system. A foster family, that a child can be fostered in case something happens to the parent, or if the parent is not able to take care of them. It is different here. It is a whole different story. Back here in Uganda, and I believe Africa, most of the African countries like that. Another thing here, we can decide to discipline children communally. For example, most especially in villages, you find a child on the road doing some funny things, maybe abusing or throwing stones at someone. Children can be funny sometimes. I, as an adult, I have the right to talk to this child and discipline him or her for throwing stones at their colleagues or abusing or doing anything funny. I have a right to reprimand them. Like with this, a community can discipline children back here. Another thing is, here as children, you eat what you have been provided. What you have given to eat is what you eat. You don't get to make a choice that, mommy, I want to eat this, mommy, I want to eat this. You eat what you have been given to eat. That is it. Full stop. No arguing. Eat. You can even be caned for not eating. You can be caned for throwing tantrums. Parenting in Africa is wonderful. It's wonderful. As children, you go through a lot. Also, as kids here, part of parenting, we teach our children to do housework at an early age, to help at home, things like sweeping, washing dishes. We teach them to do those things at an early age, things like washing their small clothes. We teach them as early as possible. At 6 years, you find a child doing some stuff, washing the dishes, cups and plates. You find them able to wash their small clothes or to sweep around. So even in school, they help us to teach the children those things like sweeping and mopping also. Most especially the girl child. Yeah. Also, here, children, they go to the garden to dig with their parents. In the villages, up country, where parents go to dig, these kids go with their parents to dig in the garden. Yes, you find a young child, 8 years and above, they are digging, they know how to dig. Yeah, that is all for now. I hope any questions you have, just let me know and I'll answer and I'll tell you more about it. So if you haven't subscribed to my channel, make sure you subscribe, make sure you like and you comment and you share, and I'll be giving you more videos.